let's say there is a wife who is a Bahamian citizen, and she has a husband who is a U.S. citizen, U.S. person for tax purposes. And let's say the wife owns a condominium in Miami condo. And we're going to give her the ownership. The wife owns the Miami condo. Okay, great. Now let's say they're going to form a company and they're going to contribute the property. So let's do, we'll add a step, form company. And the company we're going to form is going to be an LLC. So we're going to call it Vacation Home LLC. It's going to be in Florida. And let's say it's going to be a U.S. C Corp for purposes of this. And here we go. We formed the company, and it's going to be owned by the wife to start. Vacation Home LLC, she has 100%. And now she's going to contribute the Miami condo to the company. So contribute condo, or add another step. And here we're going to do a contribute. We're going to contribute property from the wife to the vacation home, the Miami condo. We're going to give her contribute 100%. Great. Now the husband's going to, let's say, invest. Let's say husband contributes cash. So we're going to have the husband contribute cash. And so we're going to contribute to entity. The husband, this is, the husband to the entity is going to contribute, let's say, I don't know, $100,000. And let's make sure he has the cash so he doesn't go negative. Okay, great. And he put in the cash. What's he going to get for that? Well, he's going to get, let's say, 50%. So we're going to issue him 50%, and we're going to dilute the wife because now they're both 50-50. Great. Now we'll have a sale of the property. Let's do a sale of the Vacation Home LLC. Oh, actually, we have to have a seller. So let's create, a buyer. Let's say there's some new buyer. We don't know anything about them. We'll just put them as buyer. And we're going to have a sale of the vacation home is going to sell to a buyer. We're going to sell the condo. We're going to sell 100% of it. And then we are going to, let's say the price is, $50,000 cash and a promissory note for $450,000. Great. And boom, just like that, we have the sale. And we can now maybe distribute cash to the husband and wife and liquidate the company in the next step. So now we are over here, and now we want to distribute cash pro rata, all cash, based on percent to the husband and wife. And then let's say, we're gonna liquidate the company. Terminate entity, company, vacation home, and we've liquidated. But the note hasn't been paid yet, so let's undo that liquidation for a second. And let's add a note repayment. Eventually, the buyer is going to pay that note, right? So let's go to here, and let's go to pay. And let's say it's going to be a payment on a loan. The buyer is going to pay the Vacation Home LLC the $450,000 that it owes. It's going to be payment in full. I'm going to give it cash to cover, and it's paying off the note. Great. So now the note's been repaid in full. And now we can liquidating distributions. Right? And now let's get rid of the note because the note is no longer relevant. And we can also get rid of the condo and the buyer. They're no longer relevant for our purposes. And now we can go ahead and distribute the remaining cash to the husband and wife. Great. And now we can terminate the LLC. Now to send this along, we're not going to have anyone in here, so we can just press this export button to download it. And we download it, and we see that we have a nice exported PDF with all the steps nicely laid out. One additional thing that I didn't cover was you can add descriptions. So you can go here, you can say, this is the current structure, and you can then go on to describe in each step. You will first form a holding company. Right, you can go through all that, and then whatever you put there, when you export, you get that on the nice executive summary page, summarizing what you propose. And yeah, and you can also mix and match. Let's say we decided, we want the husband to contribute the cash at the same time. So like we have here, the contribution of cash separate. Let's say we want that at the same time the wife puts in the condo. So we can just go ahead and move those instructions up to this, and now we have them both in the same step. So you have that, and we can delete step number 3. So you have that type of, control of how much you want to show in a given step as well. All right, thanks for listening.